It's a history-making day in the world of water polo. That's right, this is the 100th episode of your favorite water polo program, the Counterattack. Now we thought about a big celebration, confetti cannons, a parade, champagne perhaps. No, we're going to keep it low-key. And in honor of today being the 55-year anniversary of NBA star Wilt Chamberlain scoring 100 points in a game, an event that wasn't highly recorded, and this one will, there's only one way to celebrate it. Like this, 100 episodes, a brand new Counterattack, coming up next. Hi everyone, Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us on a brand new Counterattack, a jam-packed 100th episode. And we start things off first with the National League. It's back for year 3. It was up at San Ramon Valley High School in Danville, California. We've got 8 clubs competing this year, including defending champ, the New York Athletic Club. They get off to a great start, 2-0 to jump out to a first-place lead. Let's get you caught up on week 1. And we start things off with the game of the weekend, no doubt about it. Olympic Club and LA Athletic Club to San Ramon Valley High School we go in Danville, California. Early on, Clayton Snyder opens the scoring for the LA Athletic Club. 1-0, they go in front. O Club comes back, Paul Reynolds tying the game here with this tally, 1-1. Sage Wright then takes the dish from Brian Alexander, buries it, Olympic Club in front, 2-1. Second quarter action now. More O Club. Brian Dudley will open the quarter with a couple of big fakes before sinking this shot, 3-1 Olympic Club. Here comes LA Athletic Club. 5:54 left in the first half. Clayton Snyder scores with a redirect from Ryder Roberts. It's a 1-goal game. After a goal from Olympic Club's Patrick Fellner closes the second, Danny McClintock opens the third, scoring for LA to make it 4-3 O Club in front. More Fellner later in the third, back-to-back tallies here. This is the second one from distance. 6-3 Olympic Club seems to be pulling away. Down 3, the LA Athletic Club goes on the comeback trail. A quick hand here from Nick Bell makes it 6-4 with 5:48 left in the game. Then LA Athletic Club turns to Ryder Roberts, back-to-back goals. This one coming on a penalty shot with 1 second left. Last chance made by Lazar Andrich out of the goal. That's no good. Field blocked. Will go to a shootout. What a rally by the LA Athletic Club. First up, Paul Reynolds will bury this one for Olympic Club. They're up 7-6. Roberts comes back for LA, making it 7-7. Peter Sefton responding, beating Garrett Danner, 8-7 Olympic Club. Back and forth we go. Sage Wright will score here, beating Garrett Danner, making it 9-8 Olympic Club, but Mark Vonderveit, the former USC Trojan, will tie things again here, 9-9, beating Andrich. After Fellner scored to make it 10-9, last chance for LA, Nick Bell tries to sneak one in quick. Andrich not having it, turns that one away, and the Olympic Club hangs on to win it 10-9 in a shootout. From there we go Alumni versus USA Collegiate, another close game. Early on, Griffin Lerman opens the scoring for Alumni, making it 1-0. But then back-to-back goals from Chris Dilworth of the Collegiate squad. Here's his second on the rebound, 2-1. Lance Morrison buries this one for Alumni, tying things 2-2. And after a 3-2 lead for Alumni, Cameron Wright has the answer for Collegiate, evening the score 3-3. Later on, Andrew Rigo of Alumni opens the second quarter with a 5-meter penalty shot, and Alumni has surged ahead 5-3. Rigo back at it 2 minutes later, making the score 6-3 Alumni. Jake Young piling on now for Alumni. He'll keep the scoring going. This shot is all money. 7-3 Alumni in front. But Collegiate then turns to Dilworth, added again on the dish from Wright, making it 7-4. And then Matt Casora of the Collegiate squad cuts that deficit a little bit further, 8-5. Tamir Avatal of Collegiate able to beat the keeper here to open the third, 8-6, and the college crew drawing closer. Cameron Wright takes the dish from Danny Arellano of the Collegiate team to bring the game even closer, 8-7. Alumni turns back to Lerman. He opened the game with a goal. He'll get one here from the top of the perimeter to start the fourth quarter, 9-7 Alumni. After another goal from Alumni, this one from Morrison, Austin Stevenson scores for Collegiate to make it a 10-8 game. Alumni always had an answer down the stretch. They turn to the lefty veteran, Kevin Witt. He'll score in the penalty shot. That'd be the final goal for Alumni. They go up 11-8. Travis Buscarin will score here on the rebound for Collegiate to make it 11-9, but they get no closer. That's a win for Alumni. Afterwards, Lerman on the opportunity to play in front of a big crowd, including many of the athletes competing at the ODP National Championship.
So we just played against a collegiate team. at San Ramon Valley High School. I think the final result was 11-9. I think that's great. I think it's a good learning experience for the kids. I'm always looking forward to some of the kids that I've coached come out and they come, and it's fun to see them out there learning from other people too, from not just me.
And now we look at the rest of the Week 1 results from the National League. 2-0 starts for the Olympic Club and the New York Athletic Club, NIAC winners of the National League in 2016. Both got off to hot starts. Keep in mind the USA Academy team not in action yet. They were all taking part in the ODP National Championships. We'll see them in Week 2. National League action returns March 11th and 12th at the Willett Aquatic Center in Irvine, California. Schedule information at usawaterpolo.org. Don't forget, admission is free for all of those games, March 11th and 12th. We keep things in Northern California and the Tri-Valley, California area to be specific for the 2017 ODP Boys National Championship. It wrapped this past weekend, and first things first, all of the national team selection camp selections, they're available now at usawaterpolo.org. A big congratulations to all the athletes selected. Now let's get you caught up on all the results from the big championship event. And we begin with the development gold medal match. Southern Pacific Red meeting up early on. Logan McCarroll opens the scoring for Southern Pacific Red on the dish from Stuart Campbell. A 1-0 lead for SoPac. Back and forth we go, first quarter action. Here's Matthew Walsh of SoPac Red extending the lead for his squad 3-1 after 1. Second quarter now, Brian Garski going to bring Pacific a little bit closer with a nice spin move for his second goal of the day, making it 3-2. But then SoPac starts to pull away. After 2 goals from Ben Kershaw and a penalty shot in the second, Matthew Walsh opens the third, extending the lead 7-2 now SoPac Red in front. Garski comes back for more, nearly quadruple teamed as he goes in for this score, unstoppable in the third, but SoPac still in command, 7-3. Let's jump ahead to the fourth now. Lots of goals on each side, but Benjamin Lichty scoring here for SoPac Red. Their last goal of the match coming with 48 seconds left in the game. They go ahead 11-6. That would be enough to do it. One more try from Pacific. Grant Watson on the penalty try. That's on the mark, but it's all SoPac Red. They win this one 11-7. Take development gold. Afterwards, we caught up with Brendan Fezzi on his first ODP experience and the victory.
It's pretty surreal given that this is my first time really competing in this ODP tournament. It's great coming out here, meeting a lot of guys that I've seen in past camps, past teams, guys I'll compete with throughout the year. It's pretty great, got a good sense of camaraderie with my team around, and all in all, we stuck together, played hard, came out with a win.
Now we go Cadet Gold, Coastal Red, SoPac Red. It would come down to the wire. Early on, highlights from SoPac's Gavin Reed. He opens with a nice helicopter shot, 1-0. SoPac in front, not sure that one's in the ODP manual. After that, Ethan Parrish responds for Coastal, one of many goals on the day for Ethan. He evens things 1-1. It was an even game, one team scoring after the other. SoPac's Garrett Ritter ties it at 3 in the second with this shot. All square through as we move along now, third quarter. It's tied 4-4. Coastal's Shane Hoover changes that, gets his own rebound, and buries it. It's a 5-4 lead for Coastal. After goals from Coastal's Parrish and Joshua Waldack, SoPac will get one back, only to see Parrish come back for Coastal and beat defenders once again, making it 8-5. Coastal Red looking good. 30 seconds left. SoPac not giving up just yet. Tanner Police scores SoPac's third goal in a matter of minutes, making it 9-8. We've got a game on our hands. We move along down to the end of the game. 2 minutes left in the match. Back to Parrish, fighting his way through for this goal, 10-8. Then more Parrish. He scores his 6th goal of the match to put Coastal ahead 11-9. Last chance time for SoPac. Riley Pittman scores cross cage. Not going to be enough to beat Parrish and the Coastal Red squad. They take gold at the cadet level 11-10. Afterwards, the man of the match, Parrish, on the win.
Man, it feels amazing. It really, really does. The hard work pays off, and I mean, like, the team played a great job. Got to give props to SoPac. They really came to compete, and it was a really good job.
And last but not least, Youth Gold, Central taking on SoPac Red. We started off in the first, SoPac out front early, leading 2-1 over Central. Central returning the favor moments later, Jacob Taylor scoring to make it 2-2. SoPac has an answer, up 3-2, make it 4-2, thanks to this score from Anthony Tolbert early in the quarter. Gabriel Putnam comes back for Central, scoring his second goal of the day. It's a 1-goal match, 4-3 SoPac. Central turns back to Jacob Taylor. He goes spin move here to even the game 4-4, 5:59 to go in the fourth quarter. And then Central gets their first lead of the game. Matthew Hosmer bringing the fire here with a shot and score. 3:51 left in the match. It's a 5-4 lead for Central. Central does it again with a lob shot over the keeper. This time it's Caleb Archer with archery-like precision. 6-4. No one's ever made that joke before. Hosmer does it again. This time he'll close things out. 1:47 left in the game. Scores it. Central goes up 7-4. No more rallies left for Sopak Red as the final seconds tick down and that buzzer sounds. The Central squad ecstatic. Afterwards, Matt Hosmer joined us to talk about winning gold at the youth level.
It feels great to come and win off of a slow first game, but then we came back and fought. And yeah, come home with the hardware.
Once again, a big congratulations to all our ODP athletes that were selected. Don't forget girls ODP National Championships coming up the weekend of March 11th and 12th, right back in the Tri-Valley area. We'll have highlights here on the counterattack after that event. And now we segue to women's college water polo, where there's a new #1 team in the land. The USC women of Troy have taken over the #1 spot after beating Stanford last weekend. We'll get to that in a moment, but first, our first televised college water polo game. It featured 2016 Olympic gold medalist Ashley Johnson and the Princeton Tigers taking on Harvard. Let's get a load of the highlights here via ESPNU.
Crimson have not led. They're trailed by 2 goals on a couple of occasions. Princeton, and the goal ricochets in. That ball taking a friendly bounce. Lindsay Keller, Castellano. Keller, bring it up. Lindsay Keller. What a game.
When they need her most, turning to Keller. Not a replay. This is a different goal, but it looks quite the same, except she goes near side. So keeps that keeper guessing.
And the Tiger fans saluting. Time runs out. What a contest.
I think it's just the environment. Like Ivy League, Harvard, Princeton is always going to be a tough game, and just having our fans here, it's a lot of pressure, and it's good for us to get this pressure earlier in the season so that we know how to deal with it in bigger moments.
You're an Olympic champion. What's that life been like? How have things changed for you?
I mean, I'm trying to keep everything the same as it was before, which it obviously isn't, but it's nice to be back with my sister and just be in an environment where I can impart what I've learned over the past year and just bring that team chemistry and try to bring everything that I want this team to be from my old team to this team.
And now we take a look at our college scoreboard in the top 25. Some changes on the way this week. USC defeating Stanford 10-9. The women of Troy have not lost going back to the year before last. Remember, they were undefeated, winning the NCAA title in 2016. UCLA edges California 12-11. Those games at the Barbara Calvis Invitational in Southern California. Arizona State, a close one, ekes it out over Michigan 7-6 in overtime. And Fresno Pacific, 2 goals better than Pomona-Pitzer, 13-11. And keeping with women's water polo, we check in on another 2016 Olympic gold medalist for Team USA, also a freshman for UCLA, Maddie Musselman, who was profiled in this Bruin Films feature.
I want to win 4 NCAA championships here at UCLA. I also want to go to the Olympics again. I still have a dream of going to the Olympics. And I think beyond water polo, I also have a dream of being a doctor, going into the medical field. But as of now, I want to win here at UCLA, and I want to win more on the USA national team.
And don't forget, you can watch that full Maddie Musselman feature on the USA Water Polo or UCLA Water Polo Facebook pages. And now we turn to girls high school water polo champions crowned this past weekend in the CIF Southern section and San Diego section, LA City section a couple of weeks back, and all kinds of questions to be asked. Would Olympian Aria Fisher have a CIF title to go along with her Olympic gold medal? Would the Bishops down in San Diego win their 7th straight title? Let's get you caught up on all the results. We start things off first, CIF Southern Section Division I. We say it all the time, considered the highest level of high school water polo in the U.S. And when you have an Olympic gold medalist on your squad, you're tough to beat. Laguna Beach defeating San Marcos 6-2. The Breakers back in front of Division 1. Aria Fisher and company taking first place there. Division 2, Shore over Polytechnic 6-4. Division 3, Redondo Union doubles up Villa Park 10-5. Division 4, Peninsula over Canyon 9-4. More Polytechnic action, this time in Pasadena, as Pasadena Poly defeats Xavier Prep 10-5 in Division 5. Alta Loma 1 goal better than Redlands East Valley 6-5. And then it went to OT for Division 7. Santa Ynez beating Diamond Bar 8-6. Now we go down to San Diego. Open Division. The Bishop School in a low-scoring affair, a defensive battle, a pitcher's duel, if you will. They defeat La Jolla 3-2. That's the 7th straight CIF crown for the Bishops. Congrats to that squad. Claremont edging Helix 5-4 for their first Division 1 title. Division 2, Del Norte over West Hills 12-5. And then Division 3, Canyon Crest Academy with their first CIF championship. They win it 5-2 over Santana. And last but not least, CIF LA City section from a couple of weeks back, Eagle Rock defeating Palisades 8-1. Eagle Rock, their 5th title in the last 6 years. And now we turn to our national teams and the upcoming FINA World Championship. It'll be the premier event of 2017, headed to Budapest, Hungary this July. The draw has been announced via FINA. Here's a look at where Team USA is slotted. On the men's side, they're in Group D. Team USA joined by Japan, Croatia, and Russia. And then for the women, the defending champs from the 2015 event in Kazan, they'll be joined by New Zealand, South Africa, and Spain. So back in a group with rivals Spain. We'll have more details, rosters on this event as we get closer to the competition starting in July. And from there, we go to a retirement, but not exactly. Premature talk of 5-time Olympian Tony Azevedo hanging it up, profiled in the Long Beach Press-Telegram after a family party earlier in February. And then just days later, Azevedo posting this, still planning to cap up for Team USA this summer, so looking forward to seeing number 8 back in the pool for Team USA later this year. And now we close things out as we do every week here on the show, even in this 100th episode, with our social media send-off, the best of what we have found water polo-wise on the internet. Don't forget, you are the thing that fuels this segment. Get involved. Use the hashtag counterattack. Tag us at USAWP. And away we go. And we start things off first with this tweet from SFHS Aquatics, a children's book, The Okie Dokie Bros, featuring a turtle, and it looks like a water polo cap. You be the judge. Maybe a number missing. It looks like one of the old school water polo caps without the ear guards. Indiana Hoosiers, the women's water polo squad, making SportsCenter a must-see play. Check out this backhand from Sarah Young.
Women's water polo. Cal Baptist taking on Indiana. Watch Sarah Young. Let her rip, no look. Imagine if she actually did look. She had 5 goals in the game.
Thanks to Cap 7 Water Polo for sharing that. Cap 7, the new official ball of USA Water Polo. NWC Water Polo getting the chance to meet John Mann at ODP Championships, enjoying their chance to hang out with the 2-time Olympian. And then a bunch of Flop Fridays came through over the last couple of weeks. We started off first with Gannon University. And then we turn to Connecticut College. Here's their Flop Friday submission. So between Gannon and Connecticut, a lot more dives than we like to see on these Flop Friday videos, but Mercyhurst with some redemption. Check out the coordination off the diving boards. Those look like some flops, and added points for the elevation. That only makes a flop a little bit more painful. Speaking of degrees of difficulty, down in Texas, Dan sent this one in. Coach Marlin over the lap lanes and in. Nice job there. And last but not least, Olympic champs Courtney Mathewson, Sammy Hill, Melissa Seidemann, hanging out with our good friends from American Pistachios last week in Southern California. Looks like they were enjoying their time. Pistachio power, if you will. And that is the best of what we have seen this week in our social media send-off. Well, there it is, the best of what we saw this week on the internet. Thanks to all who submitted using that hashtag counterattack. We'll look forward to featuring your stuff next week. That's going to wrap things up for this episode, our 100th episode. We just want to pause to say thank you to the folks that make this possible. Honestly, I'm just here talking about water polo. We have to thank our current producer, Cherie Key. She's the one that puts all of this stuff together. She edits all of the mistakes that I'm often making. gets all the video, edits it all together, makes it look smooth to you. Also, a big shout out to our old video producer, Jake Mater. He's the one who helped get this show off the ground, help put this set you see together. So without those two, there is no counterattack. I'm happy just to be fortunate to be the one that is in front of the camera for this. And thanks to all who have watched 100 episodes of the counterattack. We'll be back at it again with 101. And don't forget, even here in episode 100, when you're on the counterattack, look weak side.